In today's video, we're going to take one card idea and turn it into three, all with very simple steps that anyone can try. Whether you're brand new to card making or if you're just short on time, you're going to walk away with something that you love. I'm Barb Brimhall, the BZB Stamper, and let's get stamping. Today, we're going to use a new Stampin' Up! Bundle called Help Me Grow. And I love this bundle because it has some really fun coordinating dies, which you can see on the right. So you can stamp out some pots, you can stamp out some leaves and some flowers and some gardening tools. There's something for everyone in this bundle, especially if you love to garden. And it's that time of year, right? So for our very first card, this is our easy card. I like to call this the Busy Bee card because it's perfect if you are a busy card maker or if you're a beginner card maker. It's very simple to do, even though it looks difficult. We're starting with a half a sheet of gray granite cardstock. I love this color, and I haven't finished the inside yet, but you can easily add a white piece of cardstock on the inside so that you can write a message when you send your card. I'm using the absolutely gorgeous Delicate Dreams designer paper. It's actually a specialty paper, and I don't know if you could see, if you look at the copper areas, you can see that that is copper foiling already built into this paper, which just automatically adds this card up a notch. And then I'm using Misty Moonlight cardstock for a mat to go over that. And then I'm stamping the pot in gray granite. Then I'm inking up, and these are two different stamps. Let me show you the stamp set again, which will be on the left. You can see the handle, and then you can see the different tools that you can add to that handle. So what I did, guys, is I inked this up, both of these up. I stamped this one full strength, but on the little fork piece, I don't know what that's called. I don't garden, so I'm really bad about this, but on this little, what I call a forky piece, you're going to ink it up in gray granite, stamp it off once on your scratch paper, and then stamp it again so that it's all lined up. And then you just cut it out with scissors. And by the way, I have complete instructions for you on all three of the cards that we are going to make today. So very, very simple. I did the same thing. I call this technique stepping off, but I inked up the stake in Misty Moonlight, tapped it off 2 times on my scratch paper so that it was super light. And then I stamped the thanks just full strength in Misty Moonlight. Now, because this is a beginner card, I went ahead and just stamped the stake into the pot. But in the directions, I explained to you how to mask this so that you're not going to see this part of that I'm covering with my finger. You're not going to see that in the pot. You're just going to see the stake coming out. So I do explain to you how to do that in the instructions. So this is our very simple Busy Bee card. Now, if you want to do a little bit more work, let me bring in what I call our Worker Bee card. I love this card because, again, you can see the copper foiling. We used a lot more of the designer paper than we did on the Busy Bee card, but the concept now is the same. So we've got that mat of Misty Moonlight. This time, what we did, and this was a little bit of work, I stamped everything, and then what I did is I fussy cut it out with scissors. Now, if you have the dies, this card would take maybe a quarter of the time. But I know a lot of people that actually enjoy fussy cutting. They find it therapeutic. I am not one of those. But they sit in front of the TV and they just cut out everything that they stamp. So if that's you, this is the perfect card for you because you get to experience a lot of cutting out. I will say it was not that hard. Even the fork, you just kind of bring your scissors in straight cuts. So it wasn't that difficult. But I want to point out something that I added to this. We have a 1/8 inch circle punch, but if you have an office punch, you probably have one that size. And I just punched at the end of each handle And then I took some linen thread. I'm trying to show you here. I don't know if I could, let me try this one. Yeah, this is easier. So I just took some linen thread. I wrapped it through that circle and tied it into a knot. And then I just cut off the ends of the knot. It just adds a little bit of interest. It would be where if you have a gardening shed, you would hang up your tools. That was what I was looking for there. So the trowel and whatever the fork is, same concept, but just by making those changes, this looks like a totally different card, doesn't it? And it not that difficult. So now let me bring in our Queen Bee card. And these are the cards for our experienced card makers. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so much to love about this card. I'm going to tell you right up front, this is my favorite card, even though I probably wouldn't make more than one of them because it does take some time. But fortunately, all of these are die cut, so it's super easy. Now I want to try to show you, I don't know how to explain it. This is the Everyday Arches die. And if you look, you can see that I just took some Misty Moonlight ink and I sponged all around the edges. Again, I have complete instructions for you on how to do this. I cut out the trowel, and I wanted to point out that this is soft seafoam cardstock, but everything else, all these flowers, these mossy meadow leaves, the handles, all of those were cut out. Let me hold this up a little bit. All of these were cut out from the Delicate Dreams designer paper, just scraps I had. But look at all the color that adds. I mean, look at the variegation on these flowers. And that's because it's just cut out of strips of designer paper that I had left over. So very easy to do. Want to point out two more things. One, and I am not probably going to be able to get a good picture of this, but on the trowel and the fork, I don't know if you could see, but that's shiny. This is our Lunar Lustre, Lustre. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's definitely not Lust, but the Lunar Specialty paper. It's like a silver shiny paper, and it is so fun. And in person, you can definitely see that shine. And when you put that together with the copper foiling on the paper, this card is just like over the top. And then right here, we have two of the V trinkets. These are retiring. So right now they are on the last chance list and they're on sale. So if you don't have any of these little trinkets, I highly recommend you get some because they are adorable. They're bees. So of course I have 3 packages and I'm going to hold on to them. And then the last thing that I want to show you about this card is that this is actually a fun fold. So it opens like this. It's just an ordinary gatefold, so it's not something that's difficult. It's actually very easy. You just scored it 2 1/8 on each side. And again, I have the complete instructions for you. But the one point I want to make is that when you glue on your arch, now I have a little bit of glue here because when I was taking the photo, I have to keep it flat in order to get the photo. So that's what this is if you're seeing it on camera. But you want to make sure when you glue your arch down that you're only gluing it on this front flap, because otherwise, if you glue it here too, you are going to accidentally glue your card shut. That kind of defeats the purpose, don't you think? So there we have it, my friends. This is our Queen Bee card. This is our Worker Bee card. And this is our Busy Bee card. And I did take all of the colors on this card from the Delicate Dreams paper because I'm in love with this paper. It's so gorgeous in person. So there you have it. Busy Bee, Worker Bee, Queen Bee. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite and or which one you would be most likely to make. Hope you have a great creative week. I'll be back next week with another Step It Up stamping. Bye.